Good evening and welcome to everyone. And I welcome those who are joining us over the live stream as well. The last day of the retreat, the theme for this session is salvation. A word that we hear often in the homilies, in the prayers, in the teaching of the church, everywhere, salvation. What does it mean? The best definition I can think of is from our moral theology professor, Father Thomas Cullen. You may remember 3-4 years ago, he was here to give this Lenten retreat, Father Thomas. I'm sure you remember him. His definition of salvation is this. Father Thomas is writing a book. Maybe I'm allowed to share this to give a kind of publicity. The title of the book is The Other Side. The book is yet to be published. He gave me a chapter to read, so I can tell you the secret. The title of the book is The Other Side. The Other Side. The mystery, perhaps. In that book, in one chapter which means very simple. Salvation is growing up to the image of God within us. So what is the meditation? Growing up to the image God has put in you. God made us in His image. But what is it? Jesus is the image we are supposed to grow up to. Jesus is the face of God, the heart of God, the mind of God. So when we grow up to Him and when we are like Him, the image is complete. So everything is about becoming Christ or like Him, to be like Him. So you have to put your life along with the life of Jesus and say, how do I fare? Look at the cross and say, how do I fare? Read the gospel, ask yours, how do I fare? Am I like Him? Am I like Him? Am I each day growing up to be like Him? Or can I see with each day, I am getting better, not yet, but I can see I am slowly, step by step, becoming better and better. Maybe a long way to go. You see, the word sin, it's good to understand. It can help you. The word sin. Do you know the meaning of the word sin? The word in Greek is hamartia. It's an archery term. Hamartia means the bullseye, the target. So, hamartia is missing the target. The word for sin is hamartia, means missing the target. You have got the bullseye, you are aiming at the bullseye, the target, and you miss it. Hamartia. Sin. So forget about the categories of sin. Venial, mortal, this and that. Okay. The point I want to make is, you see the word singular, sin. When you miss the target, what you are supposed to be, aiming to be, you have committed a sin. Hamartia. For example, simple example. Suppose you have unforgiveness. Hamartia. Suppose you have unforgiveness, you can't forgive others. You keep resentment, anger, bitterness. Oh, years ago, so she hurt me so badly. Oh, still the anger, the bitter, the resentment. Hamartia, you failed. You missed the target. That is sin. So when you fail to forgive somebody, you're telling yourself, I failed. I'm not like Christ. I am not like him. I missed the target. See how easy to understand your life, your failures, your shortcomings with this term, sin, missing the target. Every time I fail to be like Jesus, hamartia, missing the target, the sin. The more I am like him, holiness and wholeness, completion, fullness, and your happiness depends on how whole you are. To help you understand this better, if I may use a kind of paradigm, I don't know you heard it this morning or yesterday's Mass. I used the paradigm this morning, I don't know, in the 3 Mass, one of them I used the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector. These are two paradigms. You and me belong to either of these. These are the only possibilities. The Pharisee and the tax collector. Do you know the parable? Do you remember the parable? 2 people went to pray in the church. And Jesus said, only one of them prayed. Only one prayed, 2 went together, but one prayed. The Pharisee was displaying before God his virtue scoreboard. How good I am. I pray, I tithe, I fast twice a week. Only one is required, but I do twice a week. How holy I am. I can't think of anything wrong with me. I go to church, I have the devotions, I have all the religious practices, everything doing well. I can't think of anything missing in my life. I'm doing everything correct. I think everything is all right with me. I'm a saint. But this one at the back of the church, this tax collector, no morals. He cheats. He makes money, greedy. He doesn't bother about morality. He cheats others. I am not like him. I never cheat anybody. I do the right thing. I do the right thing all the time. Don't you think I'm a saint? So this is the parable. This is the parable of this is a Pharisee. On the other hand is the tax collector. He has no display board, no virtue scoreboard. He has nothing to speak about. All he can think is, my life has been a mess, cheating others, doing the wrong thing, making money all with the wrong means. No virtue in me. I am good for nothing, really a bad person. So Lord, have mercy on me, a sinner. He has only one prayer. No boasting, no display of the scoreboard. There are no boxes nothing to speak about, nothing to boast about. He says, Lord, have mercy on me, a sinner. And Jesus said, he prayed. And he went home justified, means all the sins forgiven. Pharisee, he didn't pray at all. He was boasting about his holiness. And this man really raised his eyes to God, and the Lord said his sins were forgiven, and he went home justified, forgiven. We belong to, be sure, we are these are only 2 possibilities. Either we are on the Pharisee side or on the tax collector's side. To help you understand better, I will give you two examples. These examples will explain everything clearly to you from the Bible, from the New Testament. Listen carefully. Do you remember Nicodemus? Who was he? Anybody knows who was Nicodemus? Anybody? Checking your memory? Know the Bible? Who was Nicodemus? A Pharisee. One night, why night? One night, Nicodemus comes to see Jesus. He comes in the night because he didn't want to be seen by anybody, because the Pharisees, they hated Jesus. Why? Because he was a rule breaker. He didn't bother about the Sabbath. He was not following the rules of the time, the rules of Moses. So the Pharisees, they never liked him. So because they didn't like him, one of them, not to be seen by anybody, secretly in the night comes to Jesus. Listen to the conversation. It's in the Gospel of St. John. Nicodemus says, I know you are a holy man. You have got words of wisdom. Your teaching, amazing. Your homilies are amazing. The talks you give, amazing. You are. Nicodemus starts with this kind of maybe flattery of Jesus. What did Jesus say? Unless you are born again, you will never see the kingdom of God. Imagine the shock of this man, who is a Pharisee, a saint, nothing wrong, following all the commandments to the letter. Imagine being a good Catholic, doing everything right, nothing wrong. Take the commandments, 10 or take all of them, 1, 2, 3, all done. The teaching of the church, all done. All the teaching, everything done. All the commandments, everything 100% full mark. Pharisees, he has got a full mark. And the Lord says, unless you are born again, you will never see the face of God. Imagine the shock. He came for a good chat in the night with Jesus. To be told, Nicodemus, you are wonderful. You are amazing. You are a holy man. I know you keep all the commandments. Amazing. Others cannot do, but you are simply amazing. I admire your holiness. You are wonderful, wonderful. No, unless you are born again, you will never see the face of God. Now see why this such a language from the Lord? No mincing of words. Nicodemus is being told, you have to be born again, become a child. A grown-up man, many years of religious practices, devotions, worship in the temple. And he's told, become a child. Start from the scratch. Start from the scratch. You have to be a child again. It means none of the things you have done all your life, they don't count. All the time you spent, all the effort you took to do the practices, the traditions, none of them counts. You become a child. You have to start again. Imagine how confused Nicodemus must have been to be told, all my holiness, all my effort to be a holy person, practicing or following all the commandments of Moses, doing everything right, all the masses I went to, all the devotions I did, none of them counts. You have to become a child. to see the face of God. Your knowledge, the books you have read, your wonderful scholarship, your wonderful brains, all useless. Become a child, become a child, become a child. Now listen to me, my dear friends. This Nicodemus, we are not told what happened next, the next day. But later on you find Nicodemus appearing again. Do you remember, any one of you? Second time he'll appear again. Oh, you will learn everything from Nicodemus. If you want to change your life, just look at Nicodemus. You will find him again in the Gospel of John again, appearing one day for this. Having this discussion about Jesus, there was a division among the Pharisees. Some said he should be killed. We are not going to put up with this nonsense. He should be killed. And there is Nicodemus with full courage, standing up and saying, we should listen to him. We should listen to him. So Nicodemus has been thinking of the words of Jesus. What I am today is not enough. My virtues are not enough. My holiness is nothing. I have to become a child again. I am listening, I am listening, I am listening. That is chapter 2. And what is the last chapter of Nicodemus' life? Do you remember? Do you remember? The last chapter of Nicodemus' life. Everything about spirituality, salvation in Nicodemus, who is standing at the foot of the cross. Oh, there was something more. Something more. Something more. Nicodemus was told, Jesus told him at the very first meeting, just as Moses raised up the serpent on the pole to save those people who were bitten by the snake, one day I will be lifted up. Do you get the message? Nicodemus, be born again. And one day, just as Moses raised up the serpent on the pole, those people were bitten by the snake in the desert. And the Lord told Moses, there is a serum solution. Make us a brown snake. Put it upon a pole. And those who will look upon that snake will be saved. Jesus said, one day I will be raised up. And like that snake on the pole, those who look at me will be saved. And there is Nicodemus standing at the foot of the cross and seeing the snake on the pole. It's a deep message, my dear friends. The snake on the pole. Moses in the desert raised a snake on the pole, and those who looked up the snake, they all got salvation. What is the meaning? The people in the desert, those who looked at the snake could see, that is me. That snake is me. I'm reminded of the words of Jordan Peterson about a human head or your mind. Your mind is like a chimpanzee with 1,000,000 snakes within you. May I say it again? Your mind is like a snake. No, your mind is like a chimpanzee with 1,000,000 snakes within you. Very complicated here. 1,000,000 snakes, wicked, all kind of wickedness. All things going wrong up here. So when you look at the snake on the pole, you are reminded that is you. Your failures, your shortcomings, all that is wrong with you, everything you see on that snake on the pole. And there is Nicodemus standing at the foot of the cross, remembering Jesus' word. When I am raised up, as Moses lifted up the snake on the pole, those who look at me will be saved. And there's Nicodemus standing at the foot of the cross and looking at Jesus. That was enough to change the heart and the mind of Nicodemus. That was enough to change the mind of Nicodemus. He realized what was wrong with him. And you find Nicodemus being born again at the foot of the cross. What a brief story it is. If you check your memory again, Catholics are very poor with the Bible. I'm sorry to say that. Do you remember what happened to Nicodemus then? After the crucifixion, what did he do? Does anyone remember? After the death of Jesus, what did Nicodemus do? Anybody remember? Anybody? He carries the body of Jesus to be buried. The story doesn't get over. It can make me emotional. Those days, no man would ever touch that body. No man. Never. No man would ever touch that body. Only the women will do that. Preparing a dead body for burial, no man would ever do. They won't touch a dead body. That was the culture of the time. No man would ever touch a dead body. The women will prepare, put the spices and the things and prepare the body for the burial. And there is Nicodemus. There is Nicodemus at the foot of the cross carrying the body of Jesus, preparing it for burial. What changed him? What changed him? The first night, he was concerned about public opinion, the opinion of his friends. But here, having seen the face of God, Nicodemus has got a new understanding. I don't care about public opinion. I don't care what the other Pharisees, my friends, think about me. Here I am. I will carry this body to be buried. Here is a message for you and me. When you look at the cross, you are transformed. You remember maybe you are going to listen to going to stay for the Mass. When you look at the cross, you are supposed to be transformed. Because you see your own shortcomings, failures, what is wrong, everything in the cross, and you are transformed by the love of God, the goodness of God, the mercy of God. You are transformed by the goodness of the love of God the love of God in Jesus on the cross. That alone can change you. I would like to say it's a million times. The love of God in Jesus on the cross alone can change you. No just empty religious practices. For example, I may be I can be in this church for 24/7, celebrating masses the whole day, saying 1,000 rosaries a day, doing 1,000,000 stations of the cross a day. But nothing can change me until I understand the love of God in Jesus on the cross. All about understanding it, who God is, His nature is, who am I in relation to Him. Very important. Maybe the gospel of the day will give you another insight, a deeper understanding into the goodness and mercy of God. Listen to the gospel and the reflection prayerfully.